It's like the news, but for nerds. Subscribe so you never miss an episode. Nerd Avengers, it is Josh, and this is your nerdy news rundown for Friday, May 28th, 2021. We've got a juicy one for you today. Couple of crazy Spider-Man 3 stories, including more reports to indicate that, yes, indeed, Willem Dafoe will be the main villain of the film, but also that the Sinister Six will be involved in the movie in some really wild ways. But first, news about the Silk series coming from Sony and apparently Marvel. I'm reading this over on murphysmultiverse.com. It says, report, new Silk casting detail revealed for Amazon's Spider-Man spinoff. Holy crap, it's Amazon? What? It says here, while Peter Parker is off dealing with a multiverse full of problems, Sony is hard at work expanding its world of Marvel characters. Recently, we got news that Aaron Taylor Johnson will play one of the character's most notorious foes, Kraven the Hunter. Of course, it doesn't end there for Sony's expansion plans. Some time ago, we learned that Sony had begun developing a live-action series surrounding another arachnid hero who goes by Silk. The series has yet to make any headway in recent months, but it seemed like the production is avidly searching for its lead. A new rumor from the Illuminati offers some details on the character. We know they are actively embracing the character's heritage as they are looking for a Korean-American actress in the age range between 19 to 29. The breakdown describes the character as an indomitable spirit who can't help but care. The description continues talking about how she is smart, self-assured, funny, but tries to please everyone around her. She even is highlighted to have a predilection for extreme empathy. They also reveal that the series is eyeing a February 2022 production start and will consist of 8 episodes. Now, apparently, this is connected to the Lord and Miller contract in which they have a 5-year deal to develop Spider-Man shows for Sony. I'm a little bit confused on to why it's being developed for Amazon, if I'm being completely honest with you. But either way, it seems like they are adding to this universe by finally getting the ball rolling with this television stuff. And again, if they are doing this in a post-Disney Sony new deal being configured, it just shows that deal was holding up a lot of things, as I've stated many, many times. I like the character of Cindy Moon. I like the character of Silk. I think that it'll be very cool, but I do hope eventually we get a Spider-Man over there, and perhaps after Spider-Man 3, we will get some of that explained, as now we go into everybody's favorite segment, Spider-Man 3 Rumor Watch 2021. And oh, baby, there are a bevy of ridiculous things coming out today. It seems like the floodgates are opening, and this mostly has to do with Hollywood insider Jeff Snyder, who writes for Collider, revealing a couple of different things in a podcast. And for whatever reason, this made a lot of other people feel like they should share their kind of information and the things that they know about it as well. And so it has been a swell of things being said and explained all out there on the internet. But let's talk first about what Jeff Snyder said exactly. And I'm actually reading about this on murphysmultiverse.com. The podcast itself is available on collider.com, but here we go. He says he revealed various details about the film's villainous roster. As he pointed out in the podcast, the Sandman, Rhino, and Lizard will be joining the project in some capacity. He did point out that he is uncertain if the actors are also returning to portray these roles. Now, he also points out that Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, who has been rumored in the past, would be the main antagonist of this incarnation of the Sinister Six. Host Jeff Snyder does make it a point that we should still take it with a grain of salt, but makes a very valid point that it's easier to reintroduce older villains than having set up a completely new cast for the Sinister Six to gather. Again, on top of that, a lot of other people are kind of coming out to chime in on this. Different insiders saying different things. I've had some people say they don't think it's the Sinister Six exactly. Some people have come out and said that the Sinister Six characters and villains all are going to remember dying, and in fact they remember dying at the hands of Spider-Man, and that's going to cause Peter to have this incredible amount of guilt and make him do something stupid that Doctor Strange doesn't want him to do. There's a lot to get into here, and without getting too spoilery, I do just want to say that we have been talking about a lot of this on different streams and different videos, and there was one leak, which again I will not talk in detail about in this video, but you can go find a video that we did about that. One particular leak came out that I think was very, very accurate, and I have talked to a lot of different people about it, and it seems like that is well going to be what is going on in the movie. Okay, so again, we're going to try to keep it as light on spoilers as we possibly can, but more or less we have the general gist of what is going on in this film. Willem Dafoe's Norman Osborn being the main villain, absolutely totally correct, and being sort of backed up by Doc Ock is a big bet as well, I believe. And they are all going to be sort of Sinister Six members. It's not the traditional sense of the Sinister Six. It is a multiverse version of the Sinister Six that all happens to find itself in the main MCU timeline. Again, we've been talking about this for some time, but Jeff Snyder is an absolute Hollywood insider with this kind of information. He also works for Collider, which is a Hollywood trade or a Hollywood trade light. I'm not even sure what to think of Collider at this point. I think they do consider themselves a Hollywood trade, and I think they're trying to get more into that business. But it's a strange thing what's going on with this film and Spider-Man, because a lot of the media that traditionally would try to back the studio up or help the studio is kind of turning on them. And I find it odd that this kind of information would break on a Friday, but I bet Jeff wasn't exactly planning on his podcast dropping, exploding into this extravagant thing of news and other people coming out there and talking about it. I think the bottom line to talk about here is be careful when out there going into it with Spider-Man 3 No Way Home and rumors and leaks. Over here, we always try to be very careful to warn people about spoilers, and we sort of tease them out. We don't go hard on spoilers right away. But if anything, this should just be another indication to kind of take you in that direction of, oh crap, this is real. This crazy stuff is going to happen. And so there it is, folks, your Nerdy News Rundown for Friday, May 28th. And I know it's a bizarre Spider-Man-filled day. Guys, it's going to be a Spider-Man-filled couple of years, to be completely honest with you. As a big Spidey fan, I am all for it. But I know it's confusing. I know there's still doubters and haters out there. Some people just want to see the movie. They can't believe it's all just getting out there and spoiled. Look, there's a lot of mystery, I'm sure, to be left in this film, and very mysterious what they're going to do after this movie. I think we're about to enter a golden era of comic book entertainment, particularly on the Marvel side, and a lot of that is definitely connected to Tom Holland's Spider-Man, to various Spider-Man villains throughout the multiverse, and perhaps something real crazy going on all behind the scenes of all of this stuff. But again, that is probably a couple of years away as well. So let us know what you think about this report, rumor, all the things being said out there about Spider-Man 3. Were you a non-believer before? Are you starting to believe? Do you still think it could be fake news? Where are you at? And yes, we did another Spider-Man 3 Rumor Watch 2021. No Nerdy News Rundown on Monday, as it is a holiday over here in the States, but I will be streaming on the morning stream, so make sure you check that out over on the live streaming channel on Monday. But we'll be back at it with your Nerdy News Rundown on Tuesday of next week. I hope you guys have a good weekend. As I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.